Everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. Tonight I wanted to show you what I had ordered in the mail, what finally came, and it is the Fall Fragrance Collection from Brambleberry. I'm sure if you're a soaper that you have heard about it or seen it. It is a set of 4 fragrances. They're 2 ounces each, and they are Vermont Maple, Sparkling Snowdrop, Cocoa Butter Cashmere, and Cedar and Amber. And I had ordered, it was supposed to come last week, and I've been waiting because I have a plan of what I wanted to do with these. And because of the hurricane, it was delayed almost a week. So I finally got them, but then I was in the middle of making bath bombs for 3 days. So I'm finally getting a chance to start my project that I wanted to do with these. Now, they are 2 ounces each, and I've smelled them all, and they all smell really good to me. I know that there was some people that didn't like the Vermont Maple, but I really, really like it, and I think it smells a lot. I am from upstate New York, and actually I am from a very, very small town called Marathon, which I'm sure none of you have heard of. And the one thing Marathon is known for is the Maple Festival, and they've had it every year for, I don't even know how many years, a very long time. And so what they do in the springtime is they put all the buckets to tap the maple trees to get the maple syrup. And once the sap fills the bucket, then it's gone to, we have what's called, well, a lot of people make their own syrup, but then it goes through a process to be made into real maple syrup. Now, real maple syrup is different, very different from store-bought maple syrup. It's thinner, the color is lighter, it's got a little bit different flavor. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally love it, and it's probably because of where I grew up. And at the Maple Festival, we always had maple candy, maple cotton candy, just anything you can think of with maple. So being that that's where I'm from, I felt like I was really going to be really critical of this fragrance because I know what, you know, maple syrup smells like. And to me, it smells just like maple syrup, and I love it. So I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out in cold process soap, but I know that Brambleberry tests extensively on their fragrances. So my plan is I bought these molds. I've been dying to make oval soaps, so I bought 2 of these molds, and I have not used them yet, so I'm hoping that the soaps come out easily. What I'm going to do is I have measured, I'll tell you how to measure for a mold like this. If you're measuring for a larger mold, you know, there's a formula for that. Well, this is a little bit different. I have found the easiest way to do it is I set this on my scale, empty, and I pour water to fill this up to the top. And see what the weight is. Now the weight of each of these little individual cavities is 3.25. So then I multiplied that by 16 because I have 2 of these. So then that told me how much total I needed. It's not going to be just your oil weight, because if it's your oil weight and then you're adding your water, your lye solution, you're going to have too much. So your total yield needs to be what this equals out to be, which I think it was like 52 off the top of my head, something like that. And then I figured it out with my water discount so that I would have the right amount to fill those. Now sometimes it's off a tiny bit, but most of the time that is what works for me. So what I'm going to do is I looked up each of these. Actually, it might even say on it that about the discoloration. Like this one, the Sparkling Snowdrop does not discolor. So I am not going to color any of these soaps. I'm going to pour them in how they are, which is so weird to me. But there's a reason for it. This one is going to be probably a cream color, you know, like a natural soap color. The Vermont Maple discolors to a brown. So you've got like a creamy, a brown, you've got a Cedar and Amber is tan, and Cocoa Butter Cashmere is dark brown. So you have like cream, light brown, brown, and dark brown. And I'm like, that would be so pretty in a gift set with those colors, natural colors. Whoops, I'm so sorry, the camera. So that is what I'm going to do first, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to put this video together because seeing that I only have the 2 molds, I'm going to have to do this 4 different times to do each batch. So I may just speed it up on the video, that part of it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that part yet because I don't want a huge long video, and you'll see the soaps anyway once they're out of the mold. So I'm going to leave them natural, and I got this book. It's called The 100 Buttercream Flowers, and it is a book for piping flowers, like buttercream flowers on cakes. And I watch a lot of cake videos just because I love watching them. But what I did is I went through here, I read the fragrance description for each of these fragrances, and I can tell you more about that when I go to do each one. But after I get all of these out of the mold, I have chosen a flower for the top of each one based on the description of it. And for example, Sparkling Snowdrop has notes of, let me see what I picked for that. Has notes of primrose in it. So I'm going to do a primrose piping on the top, hopefully. And that one is going to be a cream color, so then it will have whatever color I choose to put for the primroses on the top. So just to give you an example of what I'm doing. So I have a different flower chosen out of my book for each one, and this book is great. It tells you what tip you need. It shows you, sometimes it's easier for me to see it in pictures rather than on a video, because sometimes they move quickly on a video. For this, you can kind of look at the pictures, and it really helps me when I can look at them this way. So it tells you what tips you need, and it tells you the instructions on how to pipe that particular flower. So I think this was like $18 or something, and I ordered it. And look at that, isn't that so cool? A false dandelion. I just think that's so pretty. So this gave me the ideas that I needed, so I've picked 4 flowers. So that is what I'm going to do on the top, but I'm not going to do it on, like when I pour it, I'm not going to do it here. I'll wait till I pop them out and do that on the other side. So I will mix that batter up separately. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and I am going to, I'm not prepared. I don't think, I forgot my gloves. I haven't made soap in like a week, so I feel like I'm kind of out of sorts with it. But I'm going to just make one of them tonight. I'm just going to pick one because it doesn't matter. I'm not doing a color. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I also got this free sample from Brambleberry. I love that they send you a little sample. This is ½ ounce of rustic woods and rum. I don't love the fragrance, but it might be good after it gets in. So I don't know, it's not much to do anything with. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's nice that they send that sample. So this is so weird, I don't have anything. I do need a spatula though. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the clay that's in here. back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. Tonight I am piping on top of the cedar and amber oval soaps that I made from the Autumn Frost collection from Brambleberry. And what I have decided to do, well, I decided before I bought the fragrance collection, was I have this book, and I talked about it a little bit earlier, and I read the description for each of the fragrances and then went through and picked out a flower that I thought would go on top nicely, or if that particular flower was in the fragrance description, such as this one said pine, cinnamon, clove, and amber. So I just wanted kind of a pretty fall type flower. So I picked this little, hopefully you can see it, mini chrysanthemum pom-pom here, and I liked the color that it was done in. So I'm going to try to do similar to those colors, and I'll probably forward through some of this just because I don't know. This video is going to be really long if I show you the piping for all 4 of the oval soaps, the set that I made. And I'm not sure how long this is going to take to set up because it doesn't have any fragrance in it. And I have some more hard oils in here than my normal recipe, just so hopefully it does set up quicker. I want the most for my light green, dark green, let's see, and then the leaves. I had no idea how much to measure out. Now these flowers on the top, I have to do 16 soaps, and I want them to be super tiny because I still want some of the top of the bar to show. I don't want it to cover the whole top with flowers. So I made a 2-pound batch and split it into four even sections for each of the types of soap. This is already thickening up a little, which is great because this is okay, I think that'll be good. Start piping with the light green because this obviously thickened up quicker because I stick blended it. I'm gonna go ahead, the other 2 are not ready to pipe yet. Now I don't know how well you guys can see this, but I just kind of put a blob, and now I'm just kind of pulling out little kind of spikies. Now, in the book, they didn't use a tip. My hand is not very steady, so this is not easy. Okay guys, I am back. I'm sorry I didn't show you piping on the cedar and amber. I ended up having to sit down at the table and really concentrate because the green started to get really thick really fast, and I was trying to push it through a teeny tiny writer tip. So I just couldn't do it filming. It took me a while to do it. So this is how they turned out. I just did a writer tip and did kind of the little dots around in the green, and then the inside is actually supposed to be a darker green, but it kind of turned lighter, and then the green leaves on them. So I think they turned out really cute. So the next one I'm going to do is the Vermont maple syrup, and this one is going to have, it's called Hypercum berries on it. And the reason I chose this one is because it has, let's see, syrup, orange, blackberries, fallen leaves, vanilla cream, coffee. So I just picked this one because I thought this would be cute. So it kind of looks like a little, sort of like a little tree and some greenery, and then the orange berries in the back. And it shows you how to do it here. So I'm just going to kind of use that as a reference, and hopefully I'll be able to do it while I'm on the camera so you guys can see. That last one was really, I couldn't believe how quick it set up. Put these in, or the colors in the piping bag, and all I'm going to do is I just snipped the very tip of the brown, and I'm just going to go real quick and kind of make something that resembles a little tree. It's still a little bit runny, but I need to go get Mackenzie's, so I'm kind of doing it anyway. Hopefully you guys can see. This is the Cocoa Butter Cashmere. As you can see, it has darkened up. I'm not sure if I showed you this before, but it's slowly darkening up. It looks really cool. It kind of looks like leather or suede. And I'm sure it'll finish darkening. But it has notes of jasmine in it, so I've chosen actually a jasmine flower like this. I'm not going to do this part of it because I would have had to have 2 white piping bags, one for the petals, one for the little buds, and so I decided, and same with the green for the leaves and then the stem. So I'm just going to do some leaves and then a little bit of jasmine in the center of these. That's the plan. Now the green is still very fluid, actually too fluid to pipe, but I'm going to do it anyway because the white has set up and I need to pipe that. So I'm just going to kind of do, this is just to show some greenery underneath the flowers basically. I'm just going to put 3 leaves on the top. Okay, I am back. I have a rose tip Wilton 102. It's a smaller rose tip. I have the wider end facing down. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of do, jasmine is a 5-petal flower. And then I'm going to, I did just 4 little flowers. And I have yellow that I'm going to kind of dot in the middle when I'm finished. So I may speed it up as I'm doing it after I get going here. I'm just going to kind of place them randomly. Flowers, and now I just have the yellow in a piping bag, and I'm just going to cut the very tip off to put little, to put inside each of the flowers. I'll pick one up so you guys can see. I turned the camera off to finish the flowers. Well, for one thing, I don't want this video to be really long, but my family came home and they all came in and they were loud and I had to stop and eat. Oh, that's so cute. I'm loving these. So I think I'm going, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, I'm going to make little gift boxes for these, and I'll have 16 available, and they would make a great gift for someone. And I think I love the fragrances, and I would probably order all of my fragrances from Brambleberry if it wasn't so expensive for shipping, because I mean they're literally on the opposite side of the country. So, but they always test their fragrances extensively in several applications, and soap, I think she said they do it a couple times in a few different batches, and they're, I personally love all 4 of these fragrances. They're really nice. And they would work for a man or a woman if a man doesn't mind little flowers on the top. I'm just kind of dabbing a little yellow in the center. This is my very last one to pipe. This is Sparkling Snowdrop, and this is my favorite of the 4 fragrances. And I just love this creamy white that it just turns out perfectly. And with this, I'm going to use a rose tip and kind of just make a big leaf. One of the notes in this fragrance was primrose, so I'm going to try to pipe what looks like maybe a primrose on top. But I'm just going to kind of do like that just to have some greenery underneath it. And my piping is still quite loose. So, but this project has been an all-week thing. I've had bath bombs covering my dining room table. I've had these on my soap table, and I've had to keep moving them to work on my soap table. I had chosen beforehand, before I made it, what I was going to do for the flowers on top, but I had to get those bath bombs packaged, and I've had a couple wholesale orders, so they've been kind of put off. And so I've got 4 trays like this of soaps, and I'm like, I've got to get these done, and it is like almost midnight right now, and I just want to go and relax. So even if this is a little bit too loose, it'll be fine. And I've had extra batter left with each of these, so I've just kind of plopped them in a pile. And I'm going to make soap balls out of them for another soap, because they're unscented, so they'll be fine to go in any soap. I'm loving the oval shape of these soaps. So this is the last one. I'm trying to get them done so that I can take a picture and then get them up on the curing rack and out of my kitchen area. Although it has smelled so good in here with, you know, 300 bath bombs in the dining room and these, and my favorite Yankee candle is Macintosh Apple. A lot of their fragrances are so strong they give me a headache, but for some reason I've always been able to burn that one and it's never bothered me. So I got, I ordered it from a fundraiser from my best friend in college. Her daughter is ice skates, and they were having a little fundraiser. So it came the other day, so I was burning that, so I got all sorts of fragrances going on. Oh, see, it's getting really runny. But that's okay, because I just want it to show underneath. Now, hopefully this is pipeable. This is my yellow, and I have just a small rose tip in here. And with the wide part facing down, let me get a napkin. Let's see if I can do this. You kind of do like, almost like a little heart shape, and then again, and then again, like that. I wonder if I should just do one. Maybe I'll do a small one, or a part of one. may not leave the camera on the whole time, only because this video is going to be long. And this is actually too loose to be piping also, but I don't even know if you guys can see. Oh, I got the bag right here. That's awesome. So in case you couldn't see. Okay, so you just kind of do like a little heart shape. And this would be, keep its shape more if it was thicker like it should be. Alright, I will show you these when they're done because my battery's flashing. Guys, sorry that I didn't come back and show you the end of that. I didn't have my battery charged in my camera. But I do want to show you how they came out. I let them sit for about another week. And just because I wanted them to show their true, you know, what they're truly going to look like color-wise. This is the Sparkling Snowdrop, which I love, and it smells so nice. This is the Vermont maple sugar, or syrup, Vermont maple syrup. This one is the cedar and amber. This one was the one that was the most, gave me the most trouble. And this one is the cashmere and cocoa butter, I think is the name of it. So I just love, I don't know if Brambleberry planned it, but I just love the range of colors going from darker to lighter. I think it looks really pretty, and I'm in the process of trying to make a gift box for them. So if you're interested in purchasing one, let me know on my Facebook page and I can reserve one for you. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry about the long video, and I will see you guys next time.